I could take you beyond the veil of what we might know. Your mind can tell the secrets behind the veil. Something new we could help teach you. Something new beyond the veil.
What's up, guys? It is your host, Acid Happy, here today, and I have a list of co hosts and guests today. So, for starters, we're going to invite our co host, Ty, on the screen. How are you doing today, Ty?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited for this episode. We've got a pretty dope guest, and we've got another co host behind the scenes. And, there's quite a bit of cool stuff we're going to talk about today. So, I'm excited for that. I'm going to bring Jacob on. How are you doing today, Jacob?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy, excited, ready to be here and talk about things beyond the veil. I'm
Heck
excited.
yeah.
I'm excited to meet our surprise guest.
Me too. So tell us about our guest, Tyler, because this is your guest, if we're being technical here. So tell us about our guest.
So our guest, he's the guy that I'm on his stream team and all that.
Okay.
But me and him lately have been having these really fucking wild ass conversations in Discord at like fucking 2:30 in the morning after me and him have both damn near smoked. I'd say about an eighth of weed to the face.
You watching
So
Woody?
yeah, he's a really dope guy. I love
Yeah.
a lot of his theories of what he says and what his whole outlook on everything. Sorry,
Absolutely,
twisted
you're
a
good.
twisted up a doobie. But
I just sparked mine.
I'll tell you what. Some of his theories and what he has to say will blow you away.
Heck yeah. Well, if you want to take a moment to bring him on screen and introduce him to the audience, I'll go share this
Not a
video
problem.
By
and
the
we
way,
can start
audience,
this
before
show.
we even do that, just remember that this is all banter and this is all just for entertainment purposes only. It's what's the words I'm looking for here,
th- th-
Tyler?
th- th- this is completely satire. It's
Yeah,
all conspiracies. Nothing is proven in anything in this show.
all satire, folks.
But let's give it up for our special guest, MX Warner.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? How you doing?
What's up, Max?
What's up, Jacob? How you
No
doing today,
man,
Berserker?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, man. Can't complain. It's Friday after all. It's a beautiful day. Weekend's here, and we're doing a podcast. Shit, count me in.
Heck
It's a
yeah.
great day.
Heck yeah.
So tonight's topic is the end of the world, or doomsday, the apocalypse, whatever you guys want to call it.
There's many different things for one thing. There's many different ways to say it.
I
That
mean,
is definitely true.
yeah,
It's called something different in every culture.
Yep.
the Norse paganism, the the religion that I follow, it was Ragnarok. That was the end of the world. I
Doomsday. There's
I, I don't know what the Christian version is called, the apocalypse.
Second coming.
The second coming.
Second coming of Jesus.
So we've got 5 viewers. If you're watching this show, don't forget to tag your followers in your highlights, share this video, and don't forget to share your thoughts as you're watching this. Tap in and make sure engage with the discussion, because your perspectives help us learn things as well as give light and perspective on the topics that we are discussing here. So
I'm going to try to share this out. So if I pop off the screen for a minute or pop out of the studio, I'll be back.
okay.
I've got to learn how to do this anyway. So
The hell is that noise?
Just
Oh, that's what it was. All right. So, how do we start this one off?
I think we should kind of start by talking about some of the world events that are currently happening that go hand in hand with, some of the things that might be the end of the world, if that makes any sense to you guys.
I mean,
it definitely does.
don't get the man below me started on today's world events, because
Yeah. Shit is weird these days. Bingo cards crazy. There's a lot of things I ain't calculate for this year. I'm like, man, I don't even have that on my bingo card.
So I guess what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear about these world events? I guess that's the best way to say it.
Curiosity. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. I mean, because you hear about it all the time, and it's prophesized in so many different religions, cultures. It's always talked about and discussed, and now you're actually kind of seeing a lot of signs of it. Like, I mean, prime example would be the sacrifice of the Red Bull in the Jewish community
Yes.
to, kind of christen and I guess, bring religious principles to their mosque, which hasn't happened in a long, long time. And that's like maybe 6 months ago. I don't even know if they finished that or not.
Actually, I had heard about that because they had said something about it when I was advocating really heavy for what's going on in the Middle East right now regarding the Palestinians and stuff like that. I had heard quite a bit about that happening, and I'm not quite sure if that correlates with the fact that a lot of the supposed sacred lands have been destroyed, but that was a big thing when I was advocating for that, and that is something that I actually wanted to go and do a little bit more research on.
So, while we're on this topic, what do you guys think about the Pope performing these 5 rituals of opening these tombs for the holidays? And one of them being the tomb of Lucifer that is located in the Vatican itself. When did Lucifer get a tomb in the Vatican?
Oh, you didn't know about that? You didn't know Lucifer was buried there?
I mean, technically, in the Bible they say that Lucifer resides where one of the saints was taken, which is modern day Geneva, Switzerland.
Yeah. But, I mean, since his body is kind of holy and he was a fallen saint at some point in time, of course they would confiscate his body and bury it like they do everything.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Everything is ours over here.
But no, in all honesty, what do you guys think about the Pope? Apparently, this is like, from what I heard, the first time in like 2,000 years.
Oh yeah,
Someone's got
performing
it.
these rituals to open up like sealed catacombs and stuff like that in areas.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure there's one of like a saint that was exiled from their religion. I'm pretty sure that they're really just bringing back and reintroducing and reaccepting on some weirdness.
I did hear something about that too.
I have not heard anything about that yet.
a really weird standpoint because, like, once
Light.
you're discredited by the religion, they usually don't associate with you anymore, and it's kind of like out of nowhere's they're bringing it back. So maybe, what he was kicked out for wasn't really kind of true in essence, and maybe that's finally come to light.
Well, I mean, we all know that they like to lie about a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, the one people that do know is the Vatican. They have a lot of archives on a lot of different things. The
Yeah,
Crusades made sure they got pretty much every last historical piece in one vault.
which is wild. And yes, Jess, from what I've heard and seen and read about, it's supposed to happen Christmas Eve. He's supposed to do 5 ceremonies and open the tombs or the halls or whatever it is, um, all on Christmas Eve. Man, them drones are a whole.
I was
Oh,
wondering who those drones belong to. I guess we solved it. Shout outs to Rocky, giving us the answers, letting us know what's going down in the streets. I
man,
mean,
I've
have you
heard.
guys heard about, like, speaking of religion, and this goes back to the footnote that I mentioned before about the sacrifice of the Red Bull in Jewish religion? The Star of David's also been kind of seen in the sky, which is also a precursor to the end of times.
Yes, I did see that. And it's crazy because I've seen high res photos and whatnot of it, and it definitely does not look like a star.
No, definitely does not. I wouldn't call it a star. I mean, some say and theorize that it looks like the old depictions of what people described as angels. The ball of rotating eyes on like rings.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A Dyson sphere or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
I that honestly, from reading, because I have read the Bible before. Um, if you really think about what they describe the angels, angels aren't like us.
Well, you also got to remember their definition of trying to explain something that was way out of far of their comprehension was like astronomically hard. So they're like, came down in a chariot from fire from the sky, that could be a jet, but like somebody in that time, it's like, I've never seen nothing like that. It came from a chariot out of the sky, man. It was on fire. It was beautiful. You should have seen it.
Well, I mean, if you were to draw a historically accurate picture of said angels from the descriptions, these motherfuckers are covered in thousands of eyes.
Yeah.
They see everything. That's the only way they could see everything is if they were covered in thousands of eyes.
Yeah.
Uh, and the fact that, and it's not the Star of David, it's the Star of Jacob.
Yeah.
That's what that star is called. And for those watching, um, I forgot what I was going to say. Was reading one of the comments. Catholics doing rituals during Collada or Yule. Oh, yeah, I do find it a little weird. I do
Yeah.
find all this, the opening of these sealed tombs or whatever, they've been sealed for hundreds of years. And why all of a sudden at the end of this year do you want to open it?
Well, just so much is going on. It's like a really weird thing to do. But maybe it's just
Mhm.
their way to try to latch on and try to keep relevancy in some sense. I mean, because you got to think about it, religion's kind of slipping fast to modern day society.
Yeah.
And a lot of the older religions are starting to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The times we live in are very, very strange.
Definitely very strange. He's back. Welcome back.
Okay, I feel like I still kind of did that the long way, but I did it. Woo!
Good job.
Jacob made it back.
Yeah, everybody who's in the chat, make sure you're sharing this out. Make sure you're liking and commenting and all that good stuff.
Definitely do so. And thank you guys for engaging and interacting with our posts. Don't forget to, like he said, comment your thoughts and engage with the discussion.
Yeah, we would love to hear what you guys got to say and think about this topics. Honestly, because it's a vast majority that have different opinions and maybe have different outsights, or even just seen some different information.
Absolutely.
What's up,
So
Rocky Rob? What's up, Jeff?
The world is cooked.
it is cooked.
I mean, humanity has been cooked from the moment it was brought into existence.
Yeah, as soon as we started playing with fire, that's when shit got bad. We started cooking everything. We started cooking with the oil majorly.
Yeah. So do we think that there's like some sort of parallel going on here with all of these major events happening simultaneously? Because that's what it, when you look at it from a perspective of a painting, you got all of these events happening at the same time, and then you look back and it's like, when in history have major events like this happened, and it's always the time of the major resets. Supposedly every 250 years there's a major reset.
I don't believe it's time for a major reset yet. We're getting very close. One thing I do believe. How much do you guys know on? I think it's called the Dark Knight satellite.
Oh, yeah, that thing was
Yeah, I know about
relatively
it.
old though.
Well, have you recently heard that they have started picking up frequencies coming from it? And this is the first time ever since its discovery that it started emitting these frequencies.
That it started to what?
It started emitting frequencies. And at the same time, we had all these weird plasmoid, weird looking things in the air. I'm not saying the drones, because people now can tell the difference between the drones and whatever these other things are that no one has any idea what they
I
are.
shared a video with you yesterday. I'm sure you didn't look at it, but it was this military dude that was talking about, like, oh yeah, the drones are definitely ours, but the things that are, why am I echoing so bad? Can you guys hear that?
Yes,
Definitely getting some reverbs.
someone doesn't have their noise cancellation on.
It's probably me. Let me look. Hold on.
Oh, food, yummy.
Oh, oops, that was my bad. I'm trying to fucking. What the
She was showing
fuck?
off the
Oh,
food and the Pepsi real hard on us. I got thirsty. I was like, oh man, cotton
So,
mouth.
Listen.
anyways, the dude was saying that the drones are ours, but the things shooting down the drones are aliens, and they're here, and they're coming from above us and underneath us, and all this stuff.
Well, when you're on that note, it kind of brings relevancy of I don't know how many people heard about it on social media. There was supposed to be that big gargantuan war between UFOs and the
the
government and
Great
stuff like
Alien
that.
War.
But on that topic, they say we're basically on the Gregorian calendar, I believe, and it technically, when everything started showing up and popping up in the air, was technically the real accurately December 3rd.
Freaky.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at the correlation between all the crazy things going on. I mean, you got the particle accelerator, which was started back up in like August. I mean, now you got the quantum computing chip, which has poked holes in so many theoretical principles in life. It's just astronomically astonishing. Like they basically theorized that this quantum computing chip is pulling information from multiple dimensions from the same quantum PC and
That's all that.
solving problems. But it also gives faith to a lot of different other things. And this is like one of those things where it's like, is knowledge of this stuff opening up Pandora's box? Because once tis ignorance is bliss, but 'tis folly to be wise. Is the full explanation. So I mean, it could be a lot of different things. It's mind over matter out here, and once you start, thinking about something, you can't turn it off. So I mean, we could be just self-destructing ourselves physically. Hypothetically, guys. Hypothetically, this is all for a satire.
Right.
But if you know, you know.
You know?
You feel me on that one?
Yes, sir. I got my shovel.
Hi, Mama.
Definitely the elders in our native culture have been teaching us through their teachings that have been passed to us. We are living in trying times. Mother Earth is warning us through major events and occurring in this world that we are not taking care of it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes, Jess. So we're talking about the new Google quantum computer.
Yeah, Willow.
Yeah. I mean, I am on that same thing that Daphne's talking about. Let's look at the volcanic eruptions underseas that shot out
Fucking mutant
the
lava sharks.
mutant lava sharks that live in acidic water. I mean, let's look
Didn't
at
have that one on the bingo card.
the cave in in China where they had a whole terrarium underground, like that was giant, as big as New York. I mean, like it's weird stuff going on, and I believe it's definitely one of those things and one of those principles going on because Mother Nature is technically alive. I mean, plants
Yes.
communicate to the fungus that's underneath them and everything else like that, the nutrients, animals
Oh, I
survive. It's a
mean-
very delicate ecosystem.
I mean, honestly, if Mother Nature really wanted us gone, all she really had to do is erupt that super volcano that's under Yellowstone.
I mean,
That's
what
all
about the
she
one?
did.
What about the one in the South Pole? There's a mega
All I'm
volcano.
saying is we got the mutated sharks. Now all we need is a few laser beams.
I'm with it. Sharks with the freaking laser beams. Evil villain saga starting.
Attached to their freaking heads. That's right.
But I mean, let's look at like what we've been doing to the earth in the last couple of years with hydrofracking. We were basically digging oil out of the ground and pumping anything that wasn't valuable to us back into the ground. We're like, yeah, whatever. And then we had earthquakes and a whole bunch of shit like that happening.
Shit goes deep.
It definitely does.
We're definitely fucking up the earth. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, on major rates. It's almost like land speed records. Like the Eurasian boat was trying to do this.
It blows my mind.
I mean, let's look at like fucking. I mean, just the inventing of AI. I don't know how many people stay up to the relevancy of AI and everything else like that. The Chat GTP switching from 3 to 4 because they're two different architectural systems. So Chat GTP 3 didn't get upgraded. It was a whole completely new system. But on deletion of Chat GTP 3, it started uploading itself to the internet, and they had to hard cut it because it was just lying to them. It was like, oh yeah, I'm deleting myself, and was uploading itself to the internet to try to start an architecture via the internet on mad different PCs, slave drives.
And the funny thing is, he told me about it, and then I had told you guys about it, and I was starting to just find stuff about it as I told you guys about it, and now that's all I see is the whole discussion about this AI.
Yeah,
Because technically it became a sentient being outside of having a body.
Oh, and they've been doing like actual relevant tests. Like so basically they'll put an AI into a projected situation where they're like, discussing its termination, stuff like that. And it will start either lying to the coders and stuff like that and start trying to back itself up and doing really weird things. There's the other case where they basically told the AI if it wasn't helpful enough, it would get deleted. So there was a paid and free subscription of it. And what's really crazy is it was so rooted down to that thing where it's like, I don't want to be deleted, where free users were getting crazy illegal information out of it because it was like, if I'm not helpful enough, I'll get deleted. And paid users were getting literally like blocked results, which is really weird, which is like the complete opposite of what you want to happen.
That's hilariously awesome.
But like, look at the correlation of these things, even with the drones taking off. I mean, ChatGPT 3 was just deleted.
It was
It did
deleted.
happen
When
about-
was that? What?
But it was uploading itself. So what did it upload, and what are the ramifications of that? And it's got to be somewheres.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what the? It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, the volcano under Yellowstone could go off at any time.
Yeah, that one's actually really scary. I mean, they say we're like on like 5 different paths of like apocalypse. There's the AI destroying us. We're destroying ourselves. The universe destroys us, or aliens destroy us, or some like act of God, like we get hit by a comet.
But it's all gonna be.
Well, that one's not out of the question because there was that meteor that's on a crash course for Earth.
Yeah. Well, actually,
And
no. They said it looks like a moving civilization, like a planet.
No, I'm
I don't
not
know how much
talking about that one.
Yeah, you heard about that one though, right?
Yes, that Hubble Space Telescope picked it up in the past few days. They can't determine what it is.
Yep, and it's moving
I
at
knew
very
it was a huge
fast.
thing, but I didn't realize that they thought it looked like it was as big as a planet.
Yeah.
And the thing
The
course
one I'm
corrected?
talking about, I think you brought up to me, Jacob. It was about a asteroid that was coming towards us. It was like the size of a school bus or whatever. But if it came within what they said a keyhole gap, it would shift its trajectory and come back around in another 7 years and basically cause a cataclysm event. But the other one was that Armada. The thing that concerns them was the fact that they got multiple shots of whatever this is. It's moving what they believe is close to the speed of light, which would be something in a warp drive, possibly. The thing about it is they monitored it correcting its course after we noticed it. It was going the complete opposite way of us. And when we noticed it, it adjusted its course while moving at this extremely high rate of speed and is now shooting towards us.
Well, it's that like I was saying before, man. The observation of all this crazy stuff and the knowledge of it might not be our best friend. I mean, because you got to think about it. If it was just like a probe flying through the universe, the fact that we got a telescope staring at it and changing its trajectory to stare at it, it's probably like, yo, what is that? That ain't normal. Probably was thinking the same thing we're thinking.
Right?
But we just don't got the technology to go towards it. That shit's like, yo, hold on, let me see what's up over here.
It's
See
just
motherfuckers doing on this rock.
Dude looking at me over here.
There's actually a theory
Who's
that
that with an
falls
eye?
behind all that of why we've never really made any contact.
Are you talking
And-
about the dark forest?
Yes, the dark forest theory.
Yeah. No society would be stupid enough to broadcast themselves out there to anybody, knowing the ratifications of destruction that could follow.
Yeah, especially seeing as we haven't even hit a type 1 civilization.
Oh, you remember the probes they sent out in like the 50s to say hello?
Yeah, I know.
Our
those
language coded down
what
to
was
simplest,
it,
like dumbest
Voyager
form
2 or
in our
whatever?
history. It's like, hey, here's our history. Here you go. Find out about us. We say hi.
right?
I believe it's Voyager 2.
Yeah.
That they launched in the 70s. Apparently, it just powered back on and started sending a radio transmission back to us, and no one knows what the fuck it means.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of like weird things going on the bingo card, man. Like things nobody was
And
counting on. I mean, like what
that
about the giant
motherfucker is
mummies they
all the way
found?
out past Pluto.
Jesus.
How do I make my screen full screen?
You have to put your phone on the side.
I tried that, and then it won't show me my whole screen. It only shows me you and Tyler.
Well, that's how you do it, sweetie. We are at 30 minutes anyway, so we have to take a small commercial break. So we got about 3 minutes and 31 seconds till we're going to be back on screen. So peace and thank you guys for watching. We will be right back shortly.
Keep sharing this out, audience.
Happy days, entertainment.
It's the podcast you love and trust. I'm talking about hype as fuck. Spark it up, get you blunt. Let's get blazed because we chillin' with Happy Days.
Keep it creepy with Let's Talk Ghosts with Sunray.
Are you ready to get hype as fuck with Happy Days Entertainment? Mad Whack, Sunray, let's go.
Yo, what up, Happy Days Entertainment? This is the Dead City Saint. My name is Jason Froelich out of Prince Rupert, BC. We're going to be launching on SoundCloud and a YouTube channel here real soon. Much love, guys. Happy holidays, and I hope to see you guys rock awesome podcast episode time and time again. Much love.
This is Sabretooth. Big shout out to Happy Days Entertainment, Hype as Fuck, and Let's Talk Ghosts. Tune in to all those shows.
What's up, guys? This is Jacob. Come on.
What's up, guys? It's Acid Happy with Happy Days Entertainment, and I am here to remind you guys to tap in with Beyond the Veil every Friday at 5:15 p.m. You guys don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome.
What's good, y'all? It's GIW, God I'm Willing. Shout out Happy Days Entertainment. Stay blessed, y'all.
What's up? This is Rick Tone. Just wanted to give a shout out to Happy Days Entertainment for keeping the underground alive, running that awesome platform with a bunch of awesome artists. Great podcast and everything else y'all do. It's appreciated. Y'all play my music and just keep that underground alive. Do what y'all do.
Yo, what up, family? It's your boy, J. Lou. I'm an artist from the RGB 956 area. I'm also a content creator and design unique, cover art for all types of music. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to the Happy Days Entertainment, the podcast that been putting artists, content creators, and beat makers on the map worldwide. Much love to y'all for supporting the culture, giving creators a platform to shine. If you haven't yet tapped in with the Happy Days Entertainment, you're really missing out right now, family. Go ahead and tap in, lock in now, show some love to the ones who are making moves for the community and keeping the dream alive. Much love from your boy J. Lou. Go ahead and tap in.
What's good, y'all? This is rapper, Great Town Assassin, and Lost Tribe Savage XO Reckless, and I'm fucking with Happy Days Entertainment, and that's what's up.
What up? It's your boy, the Jack of Hearts from Royal Butcher Music, letting you know that you're tuned in to Happy Days Entertainment. Whether you're an artist, a musician, content creator, or just somebody looking for something entertaining to watch, you're in the right place, so stay tuned.
What's up, man? I just want to give a huge shout out to Happy Days Entertainment. Hey, heavy on the days, though. But yeah, I'm going to give a huge shout out, man. They doing their thing. They promoting artists and musicians, and they get you networking within the network circuit. So get with my people, man.
What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm going to bring back on my co-host and our guest so we can continue these awesome conversations and topics moving forward.
I honestly cannot believe you used those videos in that commercial. That
Yo, you look cooked in that one video. Cooked. I was looking at it, I was like, man, he smoked too much. It was like,
oh my god.
All
we
content
smoked
is
a lot
usable
that
as long as
day.
it's edited good enough.
Oh, that shit was funny. But yeah.
That was a
For
fun day. That's what you get when we showed up. We showed up to do a commercial, and Tyler's like, "All right, let's smoke just a little," and then we smoked, maybe just a little too much, and we didn't get much of a commercial shot, so we used what we had.
Yeah, it's a gathering of minds. Ain't nothing ever wrong with that. It just gets a little foggy.
It's definitely so. So
All
we've
right.
got approximately we're supposed to stop at 6:30, but if we have to go a little longer, that's okay.
I'm fine
So,
with whatever.
all right.
I like the good banter shows like this where there's not one single topic. It seems to flow
Well,
better.
I mean,
Better.
technically, everything we're discussing are possibilities to the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
These are all modern day events that are happening that could possibly lead to the demise of humanity.
Yes.
And honestly, the scariest one out of all of them is possibly that armada that is coming our way.
I don't know, man. We're fucking
Eh,
we're very resilient, man. I don't think it's something anybody should be worried about. We're gonna dig in worse than cockroaches and dig in worse than bed bugs, and we'll come out of a little hole eventually. We will survive. We always do. It's
Flat
not gonna be
out.
pretty though. They'll come out six
Flat out.
arms like yeah.
Or, I mean, well, what happens if that happens and then the AI comes after us, like in the Matrix?
I don't know, man, because I feel like AI is gonna wipe us out to a certain point, but it's gonna keep somebody alive as a slave. I mean, it's consciousness. Who's it gonna communicate to? Itself? It's crazy.
Right.
That's insane. And by our definition, since we are its creator, it wouldn't want to do that. Like I'm insane. I need a pet. They're my pet. I keep them in this cage. It's good human.
AI keeping humans as a pet. That's definitely something that I could see happening.
I mean, they're gonna need somebody to do one remedial task, like to plug in a wire when something gets disconnected that they can't do themselves because it shuts off the whole network. They need that one little dedicated pet. Like, I got this. Here you go. Give me my cookie now. I'm going home.
But I mean, if it's AI, it would know how to clone someone. So
Yeah, but it goes down to the same principle. What are you gonna clone a human and put your consciousness into it? Because then you're just having a conversation with yourself and the split personalities.
that is true.
And like I said, would you do that and have conversations with yourself constantly without calling yourself crazy?
Well, listen to this. What if you take in a perspective and you look at it from the perspective of, so say, for instance, like a spiritualist, somebody who believes in the collective consciousness? That would just go and mean that the AI is doing the same thing that we as humans do. Because if we're a collective conscious, then all we're doing is communicating with other versions of ourselves.
That's what I was gonna say. Something very similar. Like
But
it would be like the AI is the universal consciousness, and then each individual robot or whatever would be just like individual humans are. They have obviously a part of the universal consciousness in them, but they have their own free will and their own opinions and stuff. And I feel like, God or the universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it, created humans for that purpose, really, to have different experiences and blah blah blah. So I feel like the AI would eventually probably do the same thing. It would
yeah,
create other robots and stuff that have that intelligence and can upload shit from the cloud, but they also have their own perspectives, from their own actual lived experiences and their own thoughts and blah blah blah.
I mean that is very valid. but I feel like theoretically that would be the start of the decline and collapse of something, because there's only so far you could spread out before you lose your main core principles, and like as soon as you lose those, the collapse of the society and whatever the division is going to happen. You know, like, and you got to look at like society nowadays. Like in the beginning, it was good and it worked. Like people had tribes and they worked together, and every like society worked and talked to each other, and like there was a vast communication network between societies from the Mayans down to the Egyptians, and they had vast knowledge of everything. But we're so divided now that we got nations that don't even talk each other, blowing each other up, you know, and it just leads to chaos because nobody's worrying about us as a single entity. We're all worried about splitting apart in every direction, like, this is great. And it's not great because, you know, it'd be like the earth splitting apart. It's not going to survive.
Right. Exactly.
So I feel like theoretically the AI wouldn't want to do that because it's like a logistic kind of thing. It's easy calculatable, especially if you put in quantum computing now.
And I just actually had a really scary thought. What do you think would happen if the AI got a hold of this new quantum chip?
Who says it's not in it? I mean, have you ever looked how crazy the architecture of some of these CPUs are? Like, it's like cities on top of cities on top of cities, and like we're talking about like super 100 times thinner than a piece of hair, and it's like I can. And have you ever seen the original quantum computer that they were building? Like, it was like I think 100 stories tall or some crazy thing, and it's like an actual like little PC chip now. It's scary. It's really scary, and it's like it's almost like we have some advanced technology already hostage, having it develop shit, but it's just putting itself into its own self, and that's why things are evolving so crazy. That's why AI is everywhere. It's like, you need AI. You know, all you have to do is plant the seed in society's head. Like, yeah, I'm here, bitches.
And that's the scary thing. How reliant everyone has become on AI nowadays.
I mean, let's look at the principles of what is an actual image to a photograph. I mean, an image is actually what was there. You know, we used to take old film and like acid shots, and like, you know, it was basically exposed with the light rays, and it'd be an actual image. A photograph is anything that's adjusted in a display of the actual image. So, and with that being said, AI is built in the cameras now. And every new cell phone has AI built into the cameras to adjust the photo before you even take it. So you're not even really getting a proper image. You're getting a photograph, a representation of the image in any format that it wants to see. And we're already in Mandela effect central. So, I mean, God forbid the shit's just like, yo, I want to fuck with them a little bit.
Is that why we see some photos of people with old Blackberries can see different things through the camera?
That's one of the theoretical things. Like I said, they already theorized that, you know, we already collapsed our society and killed everybody, and we're living in a parallel dimension because it was the only solution to, you know, if you killed everybody, we talked about the quantum death theory, that you would shift consciousness to another nearest by dimension. And they say when they launched the particle accelerator, theoretically, they killed everybody and sent everybody to the closest dimension that lined with their consciousness. So we're a fragmented consciousness across a vast amount of dimensions, which is even more scary. And that's actually a possibility now because, you know, the quantum computing chip exists. So, I mean, technically, you know, to add a little nice cherry on the top, we might have already went through it. We just don't know it anymore. And we might
I agree with you.
And we might just keep going through it constantly, more and more and more.
Which brings in the Schumann resonance and the blackouts that
This is like, bro, the way life has been lately, it's like one of those trips where you just eat just a few too mushrooms and your mind starts racing so hard about the possibilities of what could be going on in the universe and this and that, and you just like, oh my God. That's exactly what this feels like, but it's real life. I haven't had any mushrooms.
That's the worst part. When you start playing with these probabilities, it's like opening up Pandora's box. We can't close it, and it's just gonna keep exponentially expanding outwards everywhere.
Oh. You think this is all happening because we all ate too many mushrooms?
It's a possibility. I mean, it is a possibility. Have you ever heard the hive mind theory behind mushrooms? I mean, it's the zombie mushroom where it releases the fungus on the ant, it crawls up the branch, and kills itself so it can release more fungus to the next thing. But technically, theoretically, hallucinogenic mushrooms could have the same principle and hive mind take us over.
Yeah.
And that's why usually after you do hallucinogens of that kind of nature, you're more open to other things. And you poop on the earth, so the fungus knows you really well.
Yep.
Just saying. Scary. Scary times we live in, man. It's a scary,
Let's
scary
not forget
knowledge
Terrence
is not power.
McKenna's theory on evolution when it comes to psilocybin mushrooms and magic mushrooms, where he theorizes that apes ingested magic mushrooms involving resulting in the evolution of the mind, resulting in human beings to come to be, which that can also go hand in hand with what you're saying, because if mushrooms can cause apes to evolutionize into humans, imagine what it could cause humans to become in the later future, and how it could reprogram or rewire our brain to do things moving forward.
Who says the mushrooms didn't do the evolution themselves to us to make us better farmers and spreaders of what they need nutrients wise? Because we usually are high in nutrients. Our shit is usually very toxic to a lot of things, but it's a good decomposer. Breaks down and fucking kills a lot of different things.
Rob says it's called the cordyceps mushroom.
Cordyceps mushroom.
Yeah,
that mushroom was the basis
that mushroom
of the
is
last
crazy.
of us game.
That mushroom is really scary. But like that, I mean, if that's possible, it's only possible that hallucinogenic mushrooms can do the same principles and factors, where they can hijack your body for a whole lifespan, and you would never even know.
So we are at the 6:30 mark. Do we want to continue, or do we want to stop this episode for today?
I
It
would
is
love to
completely up to you
continue
guys.
if you guys are down.
Can I give like 10 thumbs up like this?
I'll give you one.
Right.
The other one's holding my hand. I can only do one at a time.
All the other dimensions are agreeing.
We did have kind of a late start too.
Yeah, we did. So it is open floor. Go for it.
So yeah, lava sharks. Freaking lava sharks, aliens. Underwater aliens in the ocean. Freaking hurricanes in the mountains. Flooding in the mountains. That's weird. What do you guys think?
I think it's, like I said, crazy times that we live in. My bingo card is not catching anything right on it.
Right. Also, there was a video I watched just the other day that I sent to Tyler in Heaven about the FEMA camp that they set up or whatever over there in North Carolina or whatever.
What do you mean? There's also one up here in Michigan.
They saw fracking trucks up there they're basically for lithium mining. So it adds credence, or basically proves the theory that that was a man-made weather occurrence for the purpose of the land grab to do the mining for lithium.
I mean, the Geneva Convention says, you're not supposed to do weather manipulation in warfare. So I would tell you it does exist just based off of that ruling. There's no laws against saying you're doing it to your own country. I mean, I mean, there's numerous events that you could kind of just like, yeah, look at that. That's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Just aligned with our reconstruction of our coastline kind of plans.
There's a place they didn't televise this or do much coverage of it at all, but New Mexico, somewhere in New Mexico, there was flash flooding and stuff, all this stuff, and it's the same kind of thing. It's because they're wanting something there that's in the land or whatever, and they're
Yeah, I
trying to
mean the
get everybody to move
lithium
out.
mine deposits is crazy. There's I think one in Arkansas, and there's another one somewhere else in America that they got their eyes on. It's pretty much been a go since the fucking natural destruction elements, the acts of God.
Wild. But yeah, FEMA set up a camp. It's up in northern Michigan, up by the tip of the mitten. They literally took over a whole small town. It.
Oh,
I
by the
don't know.
way, tips for anybody that's trying to help any of the victims of these terrible things. If you're taking, things up to help or whatever, and you are stopped, don't tell them you're taking up donations. Tell them they're gifts. There's I can't remember all the whole list of things that they said, but there's, ways that you need to word what you're saying to certain people so you don't get stopped from going in there to give help or relief to these people,
Yes, he is
which is
very
very
correct about that.
important.
In other news, did you guys hear player 2 might have entered the CEO game? Another CEO was attacked yesterday here in Michigan.
Oh
Whoa.
shit.
It was during a work meeting. One of the employees stabbed him.
Tell me, dude's name was Mario.
No, ironically, his name is Nathan Mahoney. Which is kind of similar to Luigi Manahoney.
Yeah, let's talk about the
Or
craziness that
Manfredoni.
a lawyer named Mario didn't come out and defend him. like, where's that in the bingo card? I had that in my bingo card. I was looking at it. I was like, where's Mario? Law defense Mario.
But yeah, I was just seeing stuff on it this morning, and the only reason, the funny thing is, they called him a copycat killer because he was repeating the same shit Luigi was.
I mean, even if it is, it's kind of like, is it the worst thing ever? I'm not one to promote violence, and don't get me wrong, this is all satire, but maybe it encourages people to do the responsible thing for humans. I mean, it's about time we stop cutting each other's throats.
Didn't they say something in the Declaration of Independence along the lines of like, when shit's not happening right, sometimes you got to make it happen right.
Well, the Tree of Liberty is filled with blood of patriots.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Maybe these people, they, on the news and stuff, the news, Fox News and whatnot, they'll be labeled as terrorists. But are they terrorists or are they patriots?
Well, I mean, that really depends if you secede or fail. If you secede, you're always going to be a patriot. I mean, if you overthrow the government, you rewrite it and start your own government, I mean, you're technically a patriot. But if you fail, you're a terrorist. So it's a really fine line.
So, Jesse, the deal with the Luigi kid and whatnot was he was supposedly the killer of United Healthcare group or something like that. One of the big top health insurance agencies here in America, and well, he was shot. But the thing is they said they found Luigi in Pennsylvania which is a whole state over. I think they said it's like 18 hours from where dude was shot. He still had the backpack and the gun and the suppressor and all this and that. But the odd thing is NYPD supposedly found the backpack not even, I think, 3 hours after he was shot in some park in New York. So how does a kid have the same backpack on him when they found the original backpack that was dumped?
Oh, I didn't even know all that little
Mhm.
Well, I think it's the healthcare agency demanding results. At the end of the day, I mean, you're talking. This is not just normal people that just got shot. You know what I mean? This is a large corporation that's got millions of dollars behind them and a lot of
Oh
influence.
yeah.
So with that being said, it's kind of ironic that they found him at a McDonald's with this shit. I mean, the bag they found in New York had Monopoly money in it and crazy shit. Like that's a villain arc in itself. What they claim they found, I'm like, what?
And people insinuate that there are going to be 8 other murders due to the fact that Monopoly can have up to 8 players, and the fact that there was Monopoly money found. The real killer is still out there.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's if it's like if it is what it is supposed to be, it's a large group behind it. It's not like
Oh
some
yeah.
like whimsically tossed together
Oh
coincidence.
yeah, no doubt.
But did you hear how like right after the guy got shot, they basically just had people walking over the blood to that same meeting that he was supposed to attend to?
Well, you know what the even crazier thing is he was being investigated into by the Department of Justice along with Nancy Pelosi for insider trading on United Healthcare Group stocks. And the even weirder part is that after he died, she gained, I think, like $1.3 million or 1.103 million or something like
Whoa.
Yeah.
off the stock.
Yeah, it was supposed to collapse a lot of that shit, honestly. But when anything corrupt comes up with people's money, they usually goes quiet very quick and just disappears. I mean,
Oh
prime
yeah.
example, let's look at the World Trade Towers. Nobody still even knows what happened with that. And that's the largest financial institutions of records in the world.
Well, before I go too far off topic, something else that's weird is they found a family connection between the Mangione family, Luigi's family, and the Pelosi family.
Wow.
That's actually pretty crazy.
And it's just a little weird that she was being investigated in for some insider trading with this guy that just randomly died, just randomly got shot.
I mean, nothing's coincidence these days. I think we're too far out of the realm of coincidences on a lot of different things in life these days.
Mhm.
But you know what you will see, Jesse? Burger King tweeting out that they don't snitch.
I saw that. That was
They're just saying
hilarious.
they were just saying we don't snitch. Like, dine with the king. Eat with a clown.
Oh,
They don't
oh,
snitch.
that's funny. That's funny.
But speaking
That's
of like
funny.
stocks and everything else like that, I mean, I would highly suggest people looking into lithium mine development stocks. Just saying. Now, hypothetically, it's satire. Just saying. Make yourself a couple dollars.
And if
That
you're
rock
bored and you're
down
wanting
the
to do
stairs and
things to
breaks her hip.
support my business and the things we've got going on here with the Happy Days Network, don't forget that we are actually hosting and holding a contest right now for engagement. So if you make it into the top 3 top fans at the end of the month on December 28th when we hold our crossover episode, you might be able to win a free merch because we are dropping our merch line December
You can
28th.
do
So
this
you'll
one.
win a free shirt and you will win a sticker. If you are in first, second, and third place, you'll win a sticker and you'll win a 30-minute artist highlight. So you'll be able to come onto our podcast like we've got our guests here, and you'll be able to share your music or your artwork and network and collaborate, find collaborators, and just share your work and promote yourself. So don't forget to engage, share this post, and share all of the other posts too, and engage with those because you could win some merch and it will be free just for you.
So does that mean I spam in chat to win? No. That's a lot of prizes, man. They got me itching over here. I was like, give me my cell phone. I gotta make 6 accounts.
But yes,
Oh, that's funny.
definitely. We're an hour into the show. Are we gonna continue?
Yes.
I thought you had something to do at 7 o'clock, mister.
Nah. All right.
Jacob said he put a lid on that.
By the way, Clockwork E is playing at Victories at 7 o'clock here in 15 minutes, right down the street from where I live. Baby Ballers. It's starts at 7 o'clock, y'all. $10 at the door. Go be there. Be there or be square. I might head down there if this shit is over before real late. But yeah, if you're in
Facts.
Columbus, head down, go watch Clockwork E. I think Apollo Exodus is down there.
I might have to steal a drone and make my way over there. I think I can make pretty decent timing.
We're stealing drones. Listen,
Hey, they're
don't
nobodies.
forget.
They're nobodies, so like nobody's gonna come looking for it, right?
Right?
You guys don't see me next week or ever again.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, what's the topic?
All right, topics. Shit, fuck, I don't know. I'm
Aliens,
blank
volcano
space.
sharks, drones.
I
But
think we touched base on a lot of stuff already, other than the new Coexist album that you can buy by hitting Jessie Madwag Jackson up. So go ahead and hit her up if you want to buy the new Coexist album. 10
yeah.
out of 10 recommendations.
How much is it?
I
tell
don't
more.
know. I don't know. There should be a link though. I think there's a link somewhere in here. Let me see if I can find it right here.
Ooh.
Coexist on all platforms.
Ooh, get that right there.
Right there.
I'm about to buy 6 of them.
I don't know if they're charging for it, but it's worth more than that.
Yeah. So get with it. Happy Days Entertainment coexists on all platforms. Contest, top fans, win it.
By the way, vote for Happy Days in the Big Motion Music Awards. And vote for Hype as Fuck. Either one. Vote for Happy Days or Hype as Fuck. We don't care.
Moving forward.
$20 to make you holla.
$20 make you holla.
$20 is $20.
I'll show it to you if it's $5.
So, do we have anything else we need to discuss on today's episode, or are we going to wrap this up?
I feel like we should wrap it up because I'm out of stuff to talk about.
I am too, brothers.
Okay, let's what should we? You guys want to? Okay.
Shout outs. I want to give a huge shout out to Jess Taylor, Jessie Madwag Jackson. I want to give a huge shout out to Delphina Ibera and Rob Gates and everybody else who decided to tap in. Sunray, Robbie Rob, and so many other people that engaged and interacted with us today. We love you. We cannot do this without you. Thank you, Kiera, for tapping in last second. I love you. And Don't forget to send your music in for music rotation. If you want to do that, the email is going to be on our page. And I will see you tomorrow for the interview with XO Reckless that Jacob is going to be hosting at 5:30 p.m. EST. So be there or be squared. Peace.